to another edition of Luminar Coffee Break. I'm your host, Vanelli. Now, our topic today is how to create a mood and change a daytime photo into a nighttime photo. Now, I'm doing this because what I really want to do is show you how to use the new 4.3 sky replacement where you can add your own skies to it. So the new tool has these extra features, and I want to show you how we could use that to our advantage for inspiration. All right. Now, before we begin, we'd like to take a moment and thank our partner, Fujifilm, for helping make these episodes possible. Fuji reminds us, stay safe, stay creative, stay at home. Well, guys, welcome back. Now, this is going to be a little hard topic for me, but let me show you it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start with this image here, and we're going to finish with this image here. Now, as you know, a little over a week ago, my brother passed away, and I'm tasked with creating the memorial service show, the video. So I saw this image, I loved it, but this here is not really doing it for me. This didn't give me that same emotion I want to portray, especially for the opening of the video. This is going to give the emotion, or it's going to display the emotion that I want to see. So I saw this, and while I was creating it, I realized this would be a great tutorial to show everyone because it also talks about the new feature in the AI sky replacement. So let me begin with that. I'm going to show you that first, and then I'll show you how I edited this. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and excuse me, we'll come over to the creative tools, and here we are with the AI sky replacement. Now, with the sky replacement in the past, down in here, we were able to load a single sky, and with a single sky, we were able to see it. In fact, we'll do one right now. We'll load a single sky, and let's get to it. Photography. Now, here's what the tip I gave was put it into a folder called _assets, so you always know where your skies are. But thankfully, right here, we'll use the stars. But thankfully, the Skylum engineering team solved all of this for us. Well, that's not too bad. All right, so we can do work with that in the future. But so in the past, down in here is where the sky would be, where it would be held, and you can only see one of your, the last sky that you've loaded will be the only one you see. All right, so with that being said, they came along and they created this really cool show custom slides or show custom skies. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete some of these for you just so we could go back and add them. It will delete all the way up to here. All right. And delete. And delete, all I did was I selected one, held down the shift key, held down the last one, and then hit delete, and that's how I got rid of it. On a Mac, right-click, and send to trash can. All right, so these are 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. Here's 14 custom skies I've already added. If I close this, and we go back into it, notice the other skies are still there. Sometimes you have to go back out and back in again for that to refresh. All right, and here they are now. Now they refreshed, all right? So here's the original skies that come with it. Here's the ones we've added. Now watch this. I'm going to show the custom sky folder. Now what I'm going to do is right-click, open up another version of Windows Explorer or Finder. I went into that, the accessory pack that I created before, and we use these pixel skies. Found the skies that I wanted, selected all of them. Again, single click on the top one, shift to the bottom one. I'm going to copy it. Now I don't need that anymore. Right click and paste. Now, we can add up to 50 skies, but the engineers are recommending we don't go over 50 because this is extremely intensive on the computer. So, memory intensive, so we want to make sure we don't go overboard loading too many skies in there because it's going to slow the machine down. So, you saw the ones we just added. Now when I come back to it, they're not there yet, but let me do it one more time, just refresh it. And now here they are. So now all the new skies are added with the original skies that I added. And then on the bottom of them are the skies that come with Luminar. How cool is that? All right. Now, what I did was this. When I was creating this, here we go, I clicked on this here and I went through some of the skies and I thought, okay, this was my inspiration. I like this. Ooh, this one right here looks pretty cool. So, all right, birds of sunset. So now I got the sky that I wanted, because over here, I can't see what the skies are, and that's something I'd love for us to work on, is the ability to go over one of these and have it automatically appear on the screen. As of now, we don't have that, but I just showed you a workaround, what we can do. So let's click on Birds of Sunset. All right, that looks pretty cool, except way too many birds for me. So I'm going to go back to the original one that I absolutely liked, and that was Dramatic Sunset 1. Okay, so here we are. Now, it doesn't look like daytime, nighttime. We haven't even got to that part yet. What I need to do is come down here. Let's fix some of this. So I have the advanced window open. I'm going to close the gaps a little bit. And now to fix this, let's bring back some of that sky. Look what Sky Local just did for us. Before, after, good. Let's relight the scene. All right, it's slowly getting there. And I might as well come back up here to the Essential Tools. And with the Essential Tools, let's work on our AI accent. And here's what's going to help us a lot. There we go. All right. Good. All right, it's getting there. Again, it's still not there. Here's what's really going to make a huge difference for us. We're going to come down to the Pro Tools, and we'll click on Adjustable Gradient. For the bottom, let's bring that way down. There we go. And I want to hide, I want to hide some of the shadows. Good. And for the warmth, ooh, look at that. Let's bring some of this golden sun onto the water. Good. And bring back some of the highlights. All right. It's getting closer. Now for the top. Let's bring back, again, some of the exposure for the top. But this time, let's crank up the contrast. Look what that's doing to the clouds. Ooh, I like that. And let's deepen some of the shadows. All right. So, again, we started with this. And so far, we're here. Still not there 100%, but it's looking better. The next step is we'll come back up to the Essential Tools, Vignette. And now I'm going to crank it all the way down just to see where we're at. And he's going to be, I'm visualizing, that's my brother Tommy, overlooking the Gulf of Mexico. That was his favorite spot to be. So I'm going to come down here. Good. Pop a little inner light, not a whole lot. Let's feather it aggressively. There we go. Now we can back it out just a bit. There. All right, let's see. Before. Oh, done. Here we go. Before. After. Let's check what this did for us. Before. After. Good. We're building onto it. I like it a lot. Now we're going to come back to the Pro Tools, and here's where it's really going to take shape. Dodge and burn. I'm going to start painting. Select dark. Now, I want to get the brush size really large. Let's bring the opacity or the strength down to, let's say, 27. So I have a large brush. Click 1, and then just drag it across here. I'm going to go over it a couple times. Good. And I'm looking at each monitor to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Good. Now, at any point, if I feel I went too far, I could dial this all the way back, and then I can bring it back in here, right about 82%. Okay, that looks good. All right. And done. Looking good. Before, after. Now this section, before, after. Good, it's getting there. So we need to get him looking a little brighter. So instead, I could go here and start with lighten and go on in here like this. But if I make a mistake, I'm going to take a chance on messing up the dark dodging and burning that we just did. So I'm going to leave this alone. Now what I want to do instead is create a whole new layer. So now the new layer is transparent. It sees what's happening beneath it. So it takes on all the characteristics we already have. But this time, we're going to add the dodge and burn tool. But we're going to come to lighten. And I'm using the left and right bracket keys to make the brush bigger or smaller. Now I'm going to just paint onto who would be my brother. And now, notice I went overboard. There we go. I like this, but definitely you could tell I went too far. Click erase. A little bigger of a brush. And now I'm going to feather it in. There we go. Just to make it blend much better. There we are. Good. Let's see it. Oh, look at that. Good. So you see how this bringing attention to them? Yes, then we could say, well, hey, wait a second. How is he being lit there? It's interpretation. You could pretend the moon's on the other side coming in and the moon is hitting. Like if we wanted to, we could even do this. Notice I'm making it squiggly looking. Oh, let's erase. We could even make it look like this, like the moon is coming in from behind him and striking. There we go. All right, I like that. So he's backlit from the moon. All right. Now, just before we went on air, I was experimenting and doing some other stuff with this. And I thought, you know what? Why didn't I use AI structure? Let's see what that does. Oh, look at this. Oh, I like what structure is doing. Let's intensify it a little bit. Good. And then I went one step even further, or actually 2 steps even further. I did come in and brought a little more vibrancy to the background. And then it dawned on me, why not, since we're in the creative section, augmented skies. Oh, but notice I can't do the augmented skies on this layer. It has to be on the base layer. So I come down to the base layer and we'll come down and select birds. Let's see 3. Oh, that looks good. Now let's place them. Maybe enlarge them just a little bit, not too much. There we go. Now they look like they're off. There we go. And place. And there we have it. All right, let me show you before and after. So before, and now after. And within 10 minutes, we were able to change a daytime photo into night just by using some of the simple tools. But the whole purpose, what I wanted to show you, was the inspiration I got from this was because I went to the AI sky replacement. Let me get to it. I got to the AI sky replacement, and then from here, I just went through and looked and thought, oh, you know what? Typically, we don't use a daytime or a nighttime sky with a daytime photo, but hey, let's see if that'll work. And it did. So that's just one way of using the new AI sky replacement feature to where we can add our own skies. Now, tomorrow, I want to show you how the new search tool, here, let me pull that up real quick. I want to show you guys how this new search tool right up in here is going to help us to where we're going to be able to search on an entire group of images inside our Luminar catalog, and then we'll apply batch processing to those images. So that'll be for tomorrow. Also, on Wednesday, we're going to have our happy hour after the 5 o'clock show, where you're welcome to join us via Zoom. And everyone that joined us, what was really neat was you were able to video chat with us and give us your feedback on the shows, suggestions, and give us ideas for new episodes. All right? Hey guys, thank you so much for your condolences to my brother. It's going to be interesting because my sister is putting most of it together, but on this end, obviously, because the photography and stuff that I do, I'm able to do the slideshows and add the little extra stuff to it. So I love that all of us can pull together our talents and work it. And since I started showing some of this stuff to my friends that are other graphic artists, they sent me some of the images and said, hey, why don't you try this? This would be really cool. So the collaborative venue that we've created here with Luminar and with Skylum is incredible. So thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate that. All right? Well, hey, I'll see you guys at the next coffee break.